This is a diagonal version of Matt Armstrong's E24. Now in the previous video, we've fabricated 7 panels for this rear sill. We've still got the 8th to do, and then we've welded them all in except for one. In this video, we're not going to continue on that. We're going to jump onto this front section here, start cutting out all this rust and start fabricating the pieces for this front section. Right, so this is the area that we're going to do in this video. Now, this is actually a lot worse than what the other side was. It's in pretty bad shape, to be honest. So what we need to do first is we need to figure out the best way of tackling this. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out with a marker exactly what I want to cut out and try and keep it as minimum as possible. This whole situation that's going on right here, right now, is a catastrophe. There's almost no car left. I cut this initial section out and then I found more rust, so I cut that out, and I found more rust, so I cut that out, and guess what? You got it, I found more rust. So what I need to do now is somehow try and remake this. Now, you saw me cut off this section here, and this actually goes here. Now the reason I cut this off, it's not actually rusty, there's nothing wrong with this, and it's quite intricate, but I cut this off so I got better access down here. Now I can weld this back on because this simply just sits straight in there, and I can weld that back on, that's not a problem. As for the rest of this, I've got to remake all of this, so I don't really know where to start, to be honest. Right, so I've made this centre panel and I've welded it in and primed it, but I think now is the perfect time to thank the sponsor of this video, Y Food. Now, as some of you have quite rightly pointed out, it always seems dark when I'm filming, and that's because it is currently 1:30 in the morning. Now, as some of you already know, I only do YouTube in my spare time. I actually do civils in my full-time job. Now, I've lost count the amount of times Y-Food has actually saved me from eating junk food, not eating at all, and it's because Y-Food is so convenient. This in itself is a ready-to-drink complete meal. Now, I drink Y-Food daily, and it's because I'm constantly on the go, and Y-Food is 26 vitamins and minerals. It's high in protein, high in fibre, lactose and gluten-free, no added sugar, and every bottle is 500 calories. And if you use the banner down below, you'll get a nice bit of discount on delicious Y-Food delivered straight to your door. I'd like to thank Y-Food for sponsoring this video, and now I'm going to start fabricating this outer sill. Right, so I've made this outer sill and that fits just in there. I do need to drill some holes in this, but I've also got to make this section here. So once I've made that, I've drilled holes in here, I can prime inside of here, I can prime the underside of this and get these sections welded in. But before that, I do want to tackle this section here now. There's quite a big hole that's going on. I've got these templates that I've saved from the other side, link in the description. I'm going to use these sections here because these will give me these sort of lines that I've got going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from a reference point from that side, do the same on this side, and I can see exactly where these sections go. I can mark them out and then I can start fabricating these. Right, so I've made these two panels. Now this one fits just on there like that. Now there is an overlap from the manufacturer and you can just see it here. So one does actually overlap onto the other one, and that's where the floor pan actually meets this inner arch and the bulkhead. Now I've also got this one to make out with the thicker steel, and this basically fits and gets welded to both of them just like that. Now I've got a couple of holes to drill in here, and I've got these two beads to form as well. So what I'm going to start off by doing is forming these beads, get the holes drilled. I can get this made out of the thicker steel, and then I can start mocking all this up, getting it all primed and get it ready to tack in. Right, so I've drilled the holes and I've also made this panel here. Now this panel sits just on there like that, and this is raised. So this is part of the floor pan here, and this is actually raised so this can sit on it just like that. Now I've got a couple of holes to drill in this, and I've also got this panel to make down here as well. Now this is where the sort of jacking point is, so I just need to make that real quick. Once I've done that, I'm going to spin the car back over. I'm going to get rid of all the dust and debris and rust and everything that's inside that sill, and then I can get it cleaned, prime these, and then get them tacked in. Right, so I've just tacked these panels on for now. The reason for just tacking them on is because I wanted to make sure that everything works together. Now, there's a lot of panels amalgamating into one here, so I wanted to make sure everything works together before fully committing. Now, obviously there's still a big hole here. I need to make sure that this panel blends into this original panel. I've got a big L shape to make down here, and obviously I've got some finishing touches to do down here as well. But at least I know it works. And I'm running out of time, as per usual. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you catch us in the next E24 video, where we're going to continue on this section. We're going to get this all welded up finally, and then we're hopefully going to get onto that front section. Make sure you leave a comment and a like on the video, and we will see you in the next one.